3D Just Chillin' Chili Pepper Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a very easy nail that just says just chillin' and it's got a chili pepper on it. It's something that I probably put with other nails in a set and have just kind of like a, I don't know, fiesta theme or something. It's really cute, really easy, really quick. I hope you guys like it as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So I'm going to begin with an overlay of a minty green acrylic. So in my mind, when you think chili pepper, you think either green or red. And since I knew I wanted to do a red pepper, I went with a green background. However, if you wanted to do a green pepper, because that would also work, then you may want to do, you could probably still stick with the light green background, or like a light pink would also work out pretty well. So just start out with an overlay of that nice color acrylic, and I'm going to be encasing with a layer of clear acrylic to make sure it is nice and strong and build in your apex. That is one thing I always used to mention. I've kind of been slacking on that, is that really having a strong apex is crucial with any kind of nail art. However, when you are doing something that is 3D nail art, your little 3D picture does kind of generally sit in that apex area, sometimes not, but you know, most of the time. So that does add acrylic and it does add strength. So I'm going to be filing it in shape. I started with a coarse bit to remove any bulk, and then went to a finer bit to get rid of any of that funny texture, scratchy texture that the first one left behind. So now with a red acrylic, this is such easy 3D work. You're just going to pull a bead into that nice little chili pepper shape, a nice little curve. Depending on your acrylic, you may want to add a layer of gel sealer to the background first, because the red acrylic may have a tendency to stain your light green background, and it won't give you, it'll make it look a little bit messy if you do have to clean up any edges. But if you don't, you shouldn't have any problem with that. And it does depend on your red acrylic. But after you have your chili pepper in place, then I'm going to be adding a darker green little top hat to my pepper. So add a little stem and the little leafy part there. And so then I'm going to take with acrylic paint, and I'm going to be outlining the top of my green pepper as well as outlining the pepper itself. And then I gave him a little face. The one thing with my face though is I did later decide that my face didn't show up and I wanted to add a bit more painting on my pepper. So I painted the face and then I painted over it and I painted again. So, you know, that is what that is. But I just added 2 eyes and a smile. Very, very simple. Just small curved lines for every single shape there, and I'll show you how I redid that in a moment. So then, just above my pepper, I'm going to start by writing just. And so I always like, whenever I'm painting these little sayings on my nails, I like to use a couple fonts just to kind of keep things interesting. So for the just, I went with a nice little cursive, very easy to read, but like a cursive font. And then underneath that, for the Chilin, I went with more of like a block classic font. And the one thing I do want to say is that when you're doing this, I should have started my words a little bit higher up and made them a little bit smaller, because they kind of went into my pepper, or sculpt my pepper a little bit farther down on the nail. Either way, I think it probably would have gone a little bit better, but that's life. That is what that is. And when I'm painting the Chilin, I'm going to be making much thicker lines so that I have room to fill them in with red, everything except for the N. So the CHILI, I'm going to fill that in with a nice bright red, which I will be doing right now. And after I have that, this is when I went back through and I started highlighting my pepper with the red, because I wanted it to be a little bit more dimensional, a little bit brighter, a little more interesting. So there's the Chilin filled in, and then I'm just going to add that little highlight going down my pepper. I did kind of try to avoid his eye, and then I decided, whatever, I'll just repaint it, it's fine. So I added that little bright red highlight, and then just a little streak of white going down through it to really make it look nice and shiny and bright, and also a little bit of a highlight on his leaf as well. And then redo the eyes, refill that in, and re-add the little end of that smile. And that is it. I'm going to then apply some gel sealer over the background and matte top coat over my pepper. And we are all done. This is a very quick, easy design that in my mind, it's kind of one that you would stick with something else. Say you want to have taco nails, this would be adorable to have with your taco nails. You could have a whole set of food themed puns with this one. So that's kind of where that went in. I hope you guys like it, and please share recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!